Question time. Melissa James, who's a realtor, asks, what's the best way to build trust fast with cold leads?
Well, I believe you should ask them to marry you on the first date. Isn't that the way you build trust with them?
Thank you and good night.
Right? I mean, that's what we're hoping for when we try to sell people into our services in the first conversation, which is what most salespeople do. And yeah, you know what? It works when you get a really warm lead. If you get a raving referral from somebody, that person's coming to you ready to buy. But your client is the one who did all the work for you by pre-selling it in the referral. That's not regular life, and you can't control those. So you need a way to build trust that is actually based on real life. We need time to get to know, like, and trust somebody. But there is a fast way to build that trust factor, and that is what we call the dramatic demonstration.
A dramatic demonstration? Do you mean kind of like this?
Look at that trick. You have the thing with the applause on it, the sound effect. I don't have that, so I couldn't do it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
No, wait, I'm not on Zoom, so I can't do like the 2 fingers thing either.
Right.
That makes balloons and confetti come. But yeah, so you can do something like that, but not magic, because you don't want to just start doing tricks, because that won't build trust.
Whatever.
You can do a dramatic demonstration of service. So if you think about one thing that you can do that demonstrates a big win, something that shows them that not only are you someone who creates results, but that they can follow those results and they'll be able to have success with them, that's really powerful. So one of the things that we do is in one of our challenges, we grow Facebook followers. And in just a few days, they go from no following or just small following to thousands of followers. And they see that they can actually follow the process and get that result. We also have a LinkedIn challenge where we, in just a few days, go from no leads. So they're going to build thousands of leads into their business for free during the challenge. That's a dramatic demonstration. Or Justin, when you and I are coaching on stage, we're doing our talk, we'll bring people up and I'll rewrite their script for them, and you'll do performance coaching, and people can see an instant result in the change that they make, right?
Yeah, and that is another way of saying it's proof. Social proof in the sense, like where we're actually demonstrating that we understand the problem, we can coach you through the problem, and you can get to the other side of this thing that's you've been frustrating you or you've been afraid of and realize, oh my goodness, I can do it. And it's so much faster when you work with Kim and Justin to get it done. And so that demonstrating that demonstration is so huge. And then remember, especially when it comes to, well, it doesn't matter whether you're on a live stage or a virtual stage like this or a podcast or social media, whatever that might be, people want to be entertained.
Yeah.
Entertain them. Do not educate them. Now, if you know a magic trick, good for you, but you don't need to do magic tricks. However, there are different ways to do things that are entertaining. People do not go onto social media to learn. Very few of them do. However, you can actually educate them when you use your creativity. I mean, there have been some people, Kim, like who have taken a book that they're selling and they'll literally burn it, right? They'll burn it on the thing. Now, I'm not saying play with fire.
I was going to say CYA.
Right, yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, please consult your local constabulary before doing any following any of this. But like the whole point is like that's like whoa, and it grabs your attention, and then you realize, oh, then they start talking about the problem that they solve after that, or even like huge names. I'm talking about some of the biggest names in marketing will use like people dressed in green suits, like doing really interesting, weird things because they realize, and just like we are telling you, that there's so much information out there. And anybody who I can't find my cell phone, anybody who has a cell phone can broadcast a message. So how do you differentiate yourself and stand out? Well, just what we're telling you through a demonstration.
Yeah. So I think that those moments, like those thought-provoking, attention-seeking moments would go first. And then the dramatic demonstration would go second.
Yeah.
And for you to figure out what your dramatic demonstration is,
yeah,
about something that you do that brings your client success. And you can either do it live within your masterclass or as a Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn Live, or you can do it and you can record yourself doing it, performing the work that you do with the client. Like we'll run clips of some of our coaching calls with our clients, showing the work that we do in real time. Or you could have a live masterclass where people can ask you questions and you could be giving feedback. I have a coaching client who is a criminal law attorney, and he literally has a live weekly show where he just answers legal questions. That's it. And that is his number one source of all of the firm's business. He was able to build his practice over to $4 million a year and sell it with no paid lead generation at all, simply by doing dramatic demonstration of answering questions weekly. So when you get comfortable and confident, do it live. Before you're that way, just practice it, utilize it in recording. What's not a trust builder is you reading testimonials. Nobody believes you. In fact, only 14% of people believe what you say about yourself, but 87% believe other people saying about you. Think about it. You go to book a hotel, the website's so beautiful and it's so pretty, but it has 3.2 stars. You're like, let me go check it out. And then TripAdvisor says it hasn't been updated since 1972. Like, you're not going there. You believe anonymous peers over the entity itself. So don't just read testimonials. Show them what you do yourself so that they can see in real time you are who you say you are, and you could do what you say you can do.
Amen. And I want to touch on something that you had talked about when it comes to going live. Now, that's a scary thing for a lot of people, being live like we are now. Like, you mess up and everybody sees it. No. The really cool thing about going live, especially on social media, is that you're only delivering your live video to a slice of the people who already follow you. Okay? So think about it that way. There are already people who know, like you, and trust you enough to follow you. So if you go on and you maybe flub a line, or it wasn't quite what you wanted, or you kind of got maybe 3 out of the 4 points that you wanted to hit, it's totally fine, because it's actually the experience of doing it that is going to be the best teacher for you. The experience of doing it again and again is going to make it less and less scary, less and less of a thing that you don't know. And like, how do I do it? You're going to figure out more of the ways to get around. You're going to stop umming and eyeing and doing all the things that people do when they first start to speak. And you're going to get clearer on your message. And here's the cool thing. As you get to do it, not only are you training the audience you already have to know, like, and trust you, and to consistently expect you to deliver the really great information that you have to deliver, but as new people filter in, they won't have seen, also, you can erase those lives, by the way. They won't have seen the things that were the kind of maybe substandard stuff that wasn't up to par compared to what you're doing now. So they're going to come in when you're in the middle of like hitting your stride, doing really well, looking really good, speaking really clearly, hitting your points. And that is how people are going to perceive you. But it cannot happen unless you take those first unsteady steps and just make it through that period of uncertainty to get to the other side.
Yeah, and I think you should leave those up forever, because number one, people don't relate to perfectionism. Yeah. Some of the most likable moments of the Jimmy Fallon show is when he loses character and starts cracking up in the middle of a skit. Right. Like, people love it. He's a human, right? And he's doing those things. Also, it shows people a journey. And if they want to believe that they can have success with the thing that you're saying, they want to see that you didn't start where you are now. You started closer to where they are. And to them to be able to see that journey, that is incredibly authentic. So you really can't lose just by trying this, getting curious about it and sharing it. And go ahead and record it ahead of time before you want to, if you don't want to post it live, just to set yourself at ease. But you'll have better reach if you go live when you do it. So once you feel ready, prepared, actually that will never happen. Once you make a deadline, just follow it.
Just do it.
Go live and do it.
Yeah. All right. Well, Melissa, thank you so very much for that wonderful question. If you have a question that you'd like us to answer, go ahead and just message us right here on this platform. We will add you to the queue. In the meantime, we'll see you next time.
If there is a next time.